So hello, I'm at Criterion, and it's wonderful to just be submerged in videos of great films. So this is my favourite film, The Night of the Hunter. I think I saw it, my father showed it to me on his big screen, and at the time it was quite incredible. It was in 1980 to have it was the starting point of videos, and it was like having a movie theatre at home, so it was quite special. And he loved Robert Mitchum, and then it just never left me. I just live with it. The sound, the songs also, and him, of course, Mitchum. Okay, so this is a keeper. I don't need to take this, but I want to talk about it because Belle de Jour is one of my favourite films. This one is an inspiration for, of course, Catherine Deneuve, but the whole atmosphere of the film, the beauty of the film, the weirdness of it, and the costumes. I mean, I even for a film I did that wasn't really a period film, but I was very much looking into her character. So voilà, Belle de Jour. Being John Malkovich, both for Spike Jonze and for John Malkovich, who I adore, and I was lucky enough to do a small thing with him a long time ago. But it's just a wonderful film. Also, I'm always looking for films that I can show my 10-year-old, and this one is. It really works for a 10-year-old already. It's quite magically funny and so original and crazy. So, voilà. Oh yeah, Green for Danger. It's one of the rare films my grandmother is in. So Judy Campbell, beautiful woman. So this was sort of a family film that we saw many times just because of her. I'm not sure the film is incredible, but just for the memory, it's wonderful. Oh, Antichrist is not... It's just for Lars. He's a real artist. I always feel embarrassed when you say that directors are artists with a big A, because it always seems very pretentious, but he really is. He puts so much of himself of his craziness in his films, and I was lucky enough to do 3, even 4 if Nymphomaniac was 2 films. Melancholia was one of the film I'm most proud of. But I cherished this one. Ah non, Agnès. Ça c'est... Agnès, I went through many different relationships with her because she was one of my mother's best friends. My mother adored her, and rightfully so. But they did a documentary called Jane B. by Agnès V, and that's of course the reference for my film called Jane by Charlotte, or Jane par Charlotte. She was in our lives when I was an adolescent because she was doing this documentary about my mother, and I was so annoyed with her because she was living in our house for what seemed like a year, filming my mother, I had to close my door and try to escape this whole camera crew. So really annoying, and then just brilliant. And then I discovered her films. I think the first one I discovered was Cléo de 5 à 7. So Agnès. Very special Agnès. But I'll give this to my mother. Voilà.